So I've watched this episode about 3 times, and I still don't know what to think of it. Now, this episode was supposed to be, like, as Moffat said, the big game changer. This was the big game-changing episode, and for what it's worth, I think it's a very game-changing episode. However, that doesn't necessarily mean that I liked it. Because I don't know, maybe I just had my expectations too high, but this, man, I just did not care for this episode after watching it 3 times. And if you like it, let me say this. If anyone out there liked this episode, Doctor Who episode of, the episode Kill the Moon, if you liked it, that's totally fine, no ill will against you. Me, personally, I did not care for it. And I thought, yeah. Now, there were some things that I did like in the episode. But, yeah, just did not care for Kill the Moon. So let's kick things off with the Doctor and Clara having a discussion about Courtney. The excuse me, the young girl that threw up in the TARDIS and the caretaker, and she's having this total shit fit over the Doctor, because the Doctor apparently said she's not special, and to which I'm like, okay, who cares? Because we hardly know this character, and the Doctor only took her 1 trip, and what he said was out of earshot. There's no way she could have heard that. It was under her breath. And now she's taken his psychic paper, and I almost said psychic paper, and she's now just running around using it for God knows what, and now she's got free access to the TARDIS. Who gave her a key, by the way? Who the fuck? Does the Doctor... What the fuck? Who gave her the fucking key? 1 trip and she's earned a TARDIS key? What? Or does the Doctor just leave the TARDIS unlocked? With this Doctor, I'd be willing to believe that, actually. So... And also, let me talk about Courtney herself. This is the little girl we've seen since the little flashback of Deep Breath. And she's talking, and the whole thing about her being not special, and the Doctor kind of doing what he does next. Let me explain this. I'd have been totally fine with the whole the girl complaining that she's not special, on the grounds that, we got a little more into it of why she doesn't like being called not the Doctor saying she's not special. Let me say this. I kind of wish there was a scene where she and the Doctor are having a conversation, and in that conversation, she says, my parents never said I was special. There was nothing special about me. Because in The Caretaker, we saw her parents. At least I think, we saw her parents. And she's like, and Clara was telling him, look, she's not as much as a bother as she was, but she's still a bother. And they're like, oh, at least she's not as bad. At least said something like her parents never thought she was special, or something like that, to give us a reason to empathize with this character. Otherwise, she's just an annoying little twat. That's really what she is throughout this entire episode. She even puts pictures of the TARDIS and the moon landing, of their adventure on the moon, on goddamn Tumblr. I almost said Timblr. Blah. Tumblr. Ugh. Which, by the way, I don't know how time and space works. Are they getting in the past? Is Tumblr I don't even want to think about that. So, pretty much the Doctor decides, hey, I'll tell you how you're special. You're going to be the first person on the moon. So he takes her to the year 2049 and sets her on the moon. And they end up on a recycled space shuttle full of nuclear bombs. And they come across a group of astronauts, and we discover very quickly that these are the last trained astronauts on Earth, as well as these are the last nuclear bombs, because Earth is kind of getting fucked over. There's something wrong with the moon, and and let me say this. This is how they deal with the situation. They're gonna nuke the moon. Now I know, yes, you're probably getting that. You're probably getting flashbacks to, the second Austin Powers movie where the president is like, one of the generals is like, are you really suggesting we blow up the moon? Would you miss it? I feel like that was the train of thought for that kind of decision. Because they literally say, the tides are rising, there's something wrong with the moon, the gravity's getting tighter on the moon. And I love how the Doctor figures it out, too, in a very almost like a Tom Baker kind of way. Again, throughout every episode, no matter how many gripes I have, Peter Capaldi remains to be, I think, I like Tennant and all. I really love David Tennant. He was the Doctor I got into. But for only a few episodes, man, I'm really starting to dig Capaldi. I'm sorry, guys. Capaldi might become my Doctor. But, yeah. So yeah, here's their big plan. They're going to take the nukes and nuke the moon. Who in their right mind thought this was a good idea? Who in the almighty fuck thought this was going to be a good idea? Because even if you nuke the moon, because does physics just not apply? Yeah, the gravity on the moon's getting tighter, but nuking it off the face of the Earth is not a good idea. In fact, that makes things worse. The tides cannot be controlled. All kinds of crazy shit would happen. Trust me. If having a tighter, having a moon with bigger, with a stronger gravity is tough, but having it with, having no moon is a lot worse. And that was their whole plan. If it's alien, we blow it up. They don't even know if at this point, because I guess I'll spoil this right now. I'll get to the point. Actually, I'll get to that point in a minute. But yeah, they just decide, oh, it's alien. We gotta blow it up. What? Did they not even think of this isn't like goddamn Armageddon, people. You blow up the moon, it's gonna get bad. Anyway, I don't know. That maybe they explained it better. I just can't remember how. God, that just really bothered me. Like, really, that's your only option? Seriously? But yeah, so they're also trying to find another group of miners. Which, by the way, I don't know. Maybe it's just me, but did anyone else find it kind of like stereotyped that the mining crew that went up there were from Mexico? I don't know. Maybe it was just me. I just thought, the people doing manual labor are the Mexican corporation. Apparently, that is a bit racist. By the way, I can't even, wow. I'm like, yeah. I hope that doesn't come back to bite you in the ass, Moffat, because that seemed a little bit racist. Anyway, so they go up there and they discover I guess you could say the monster of the series, or the episode, excuse me, kind of. These spider-like creatures that at first I thought were the spiders from the Jon Pertwee episode, Planet of the Spiders. That was Jon Pertwee's final story. And I was actually kind of excited for that. But no, they're really germs. They're germs that act like spiders. And, it's science fiction. I can totally buy a reason why germs look like spiders. But give me a reason. They don't even say, why do the germs look and act like spiders? They even have the webbing, they've got the venom, everything. I mean, at least explain, maybe it's like an alien parasite that takes on the qualities of spiders. They don't even say that. And, yeah, they're just big space germs that eat some of the people. Also, apparently one of the astronauts has been in, I think the first guy you see get eaten by one of the spider germs. What happens to him is that apparently that actor has been in Doctor Who now 3 times. He was first in Destiny of the Daleks, the Tom Baker episode. Then he was in Sylvester McCoy's episode, Dragonfire, which was also Sophie Aldrin's first time as Ace. And now he's in 3 episodes. Doctor Who veteran, right there. I can't even remember his name, sadly, but I know him from previous episodes. So during the whole thing, they also discover, and I don't know where this comes from, but Courtney gets attacked by one of the spiders, and she pulls out, I don't know where this came from, but she just pulls out from her back a thing of disinfectant spray and kills the spider. Really? That's like almost cartoonish, isn't it? That's a little cartoony, isn't it? I mean, couldn't it said maybe it irritated them and bothered it? Then it's then they're like, they're spider germs. They're giant germs. How can a little kitchen spray work? I mean, yeah, it says it kills 99% of bacteria, but this is from space. They're giant alien germs. How does the science is not sound, people? The science in no way is sound in any of this episode. So, eventually the Doctor discovers that yes, the moon is an egg. Now this I'm willing to accept because I've seen weirder stuff in Doctor Who. And I'm totally fine with the moon being an egg. I've seen weirder. I mean, hell, we had another episode with spiders in it, kind of alien spiders in it, that was a David Tennant episode, The Runaway Bride, and it said that the ship, the Rachnos' ship, created the Earth. It's the core, it's the center of the Earth, really. It gathered around all the pieces of the Earth, then boom, in comes the Earth, millions of years ago. So, I'm willing to accept there's an alien bug there's a giant alien god thing, baby alien god thing in the moon. So I'm more than willing to accept that in Doctor Who. And even classic Doctor Who had even weirder stuff than that. So I'm willing to accept that. But what happens next is a tad weird. What basically happens next is that the Doctor, Clara, and Courtney, and the last remaining astronaut are given a choice, either kill the moon, kill the baby inside of it before it hatches, or let it hatch and see what happens. What? Okay, first off, again, the blowing up the moon thing is goddamn stupid. Letting it hatch, because the Doctor doesn't even know, either way, we're fucked. Someone should have brought this up. We are fucked either way. We are completely fucked either way. We don't even know what this is. It's some kind of intelligent life form, and we've seen the Doctor make very impossible choices before. But still, the Doctor's I guess the Doctor's pro-choice, I guess, or pro-life, I guess, because he's talking about, this thing is, an anomaly, and it's more than willing, it has a right to live and all that. Whatever. We also get a retread of the Ice Warrior episode from Series 7, where Clara and the Doctor are talking about, the moon's not gone, I've been to the future, the moon's still up there. Clara, did you forget that conversation you had with the Doctor where time is always changing, there are open points in time? He has to re-explain it again to her, and even says there are points in time that I can't see. He kind of already explained this to her in Cold War. He already pretty much explained it in Cold War, where there are points in time that can be open to interpretation. So why did we have to get a retread of that? But anyway, more or less what happens next is that, the three of them are left. The Doctor literally leaves them behind to make a choice because he's not allowed to make the choice for them, and leaves them behind. He gets in the TARDIS and leaves, and Clara pretty much begs the planet, hey, look, it's either the Earth or an innocent life. Leave your lights on the moon. If you want to keep it alive, turn them out. If you want us to kill this thing. And surprise, surprise, mankind is more concerned with themselves. That is the dumbest choice I have ever seen. And Clara, god damn it, Clara. Look, she's had her moment. She's good. She's had good points in these stories, but this is not one of Clara's best episodes. I'm sorry. Anyway. So, Clara manages to abort the mission, and the Doctor comes back and saves him. The thing hatches, and it gives birth to a new moon, and the Doctor says that this is the point in time when mankind looked up into the sky and saw something, beautiful, and decided, hey, let's start the space program once again and go back up there. They also allude to Courtney being the female president, which maybe I just misread that, but I don't know, maybe which is strange, but whatever, it's the future. Maybe I just misread that, I think that's what it is. But the Doctor literally manipulated Clara and Courtney into doing something, grand, rather than tell them. Again, that's a dick move, but this Doctor's kind of an asshole, really. And Clara lets him have it. There's this really great scene between the Doctor and Clara after they drop off Courtney. And the Doctor and Clara are having this huge argument between the two, and the Doctor's saying, look, I helped you. I helped, I helped, mankind make a choice through you guys. You guys always wanted to be proven, you guys always wanted to prove to me that that you're special, and you are. So, and this does, and it does have ring a little bit of the Waters of Mars, the Doctor manipulating time and stuff. Yeah, it does feel a little bit like that. But yeah, Clara storms out and goes straight to Danny. And this is another point I want to say. Clara is telling him everything that happened, and then Danny says, look, maybe you're just angry with him. You're just angry with him. There's no point in all this. And that's weird, because in the previous episode, you just said, if he ever pushed you too far, come talk to me, and I'll make him stop. And he completely blows it off. Maybe I just didn't misinterpret it, I don't know. But yeah, he completely blows it off, and I'm like, motherfucker, he just made her make a choice between the Earth and an alien being. I'd say that's pretty goddamn tough. I don't know. And of course, Clara goes back and looks at the moon, and that's the end of the episode, with the Doctor now going solo in the next episode, what I assume is the solo in the next episode, Mummy on the Orient Express, which I'm kind of hoping we get something with the Osirans, I gotta be honest. But yeah, this episode just rubbed me the wrong way. I'm really sorry, guys, but this episode just rubbed me the wrong way. If you liked it, if anyone out there liked this episode, that's totally fine, no ill will against you. I just did not, this irritated me. Especially the side characters. Capaldi remained pretty good, and I know what he did was kind of dickish, but this is a more serious Doctor. So I'm willing to forgive that, and he is still trying to learn to be human. Or at least, not a dick. I think there's going to be a big character arc for him for this episode, for this series. This season is out. So yeah, man. If you like there were that final conversation between the Doctor and Clara, I thought was really well handled. The action was pretty good. The germ spiders are really interesting, and also the Doctor's speech of how mankind, chose to, go, restart the space programs and go off into space again, look to the stars once more, was a really awesome speech. I really love that. But yeah, I don't know if I'd really, go through this episode all over again. But anyway, but what do you guys think? Did you guys like Kill the Moon or not? Yay, nay, let me know in the comments below.